Welcome in. And today I'm going to describe why we should never have another flying meta and how it is very unhealthy to the game, and that there would never be another flying meta. Now let's get straight into it. I first witnessed the first flying meta. Back when Ultron first got into the game, it felt like every single game, no matter what, at least had 2 flyers on your team. Not even because Ultron was a new character, no. Because Prime Human Torch, people who lived through that, I mean, you knew what hell was like if you played against him. He was probably a higher temperature than hell back then, to be fully honest. And Prime Storm also was around that area. Even Prime Storm and Prime Torch, they had a team up together which could kill through Luna ult. Think of that. The highest support ult in terms of healing in the entire game could get bursted down by Human Torch and Storm. Now you might say, oh, well, that's probably fair because 1 ult for 2. No, I don't think you're getting what I'm getting right now. You needed a support ult to even have a chance to survive. Good luck surviving if you're anything under a Luna ult. Even to this day, a Storm ult can kill through an Invisible Man ult. Think of that. Now in recent seasons, I am really worrying. They buffed Torch last season, or this season, depending on what you really classify it on, by doing his flame recharges. And while that's okay on its own, they said they're going to be buffing him more next season. People do not want Prime Torch back, I promise you. Even more so after they gave a very good buff to Storm the other season. I think 1 or 2 seasons ago, or half seasons depending on how you look at it. And I will just say this, with these two continually getting stronger, with Poke getting weaker, which let me explain on that, Hela can no longer 2-tap from a certain distance if they're long range. Guess what flyers are at? Long range. I think Poke is a necessary evil to flyers, because flyers, they are as bad as dive in the meta. It just makes everyone who goes against them have like no fun at all. That's what really flyers are. You cannot play the majority of characters in the game against flyers. Thing, good luck. Hulk, you're playing Jumping Simulator. Emma, good luck. You can't even reach that far with her beam. Penny, good luck. I mean, Torch can just fly over you and destroy your nest. All of it, like, at the same time. I'll actually go down the list fully. Angela, she'll have a good time, but with the flying meta. Captain America, good luck. You can't even touch them. Strange, yeah, you can touch them, but then your shift ability goes off cooldown. Groot, oh, good luck, Groot. You're gonna get turned to firewood. Magneto, sure, you can probably dunk them with how much damage they're gonna put up, but good luck, you're not doing anything. You can't even reach up there. Rogue, good luck. You can't even reach up there. You can probably kick them with your abilities, but definitely not up there. Tank pool, you might have a better idea to actually deal with them, but still, delayed aim, their movement, good luck. Thor, I mean, with your delayed aim, Rune Awakening can still do heavy damage to them, but this good luck if they're having an Ultron drone with them up there, or a Luna Snowflake. Venom, yeah, good luck. You're not doing anything against them. Well, Duelist, Black Panther, I mean, with his new buffs, he can probably take out a couple, so he's good with that. Widow, she's a poke. She'll do very good against them. Blade, good luck. Daredevil, I mean, there's probably a way for him to get up there and just 2-tap them. DPS pool, same thing, but I think a little bit more with his right clicks, but still, barely anything. They just need to move to the right and left. Elsa, she can do pretty good, but she's more so a poke, if anything. Hawkeye, I mean, never mind. If he's poke, just don't buff him. I don't want Hawkeye in the game. Hela, she is probably the best bet, other than Phoenix, to deal with the flyers. Iron Fist, sure, he can like fly around and everything, but Prime Torch, Prime Storm, yeah, they're just easily wiping him off the map. Magic, yeah, she can't really get up there to deal with him. Mr. Fantastic, sure, he can, I think he grounds them, but good luck even touching the rest of them if there's more than one. Moon Knight, yeah, good luck. If you can't aim on the ground Moon Knights and you rely on your Unk, good luck hitting anything in the sky. Namor, yeah, your squids can do damage, but Storm can 2-tap them, and you have delayed aim, plus they're gonna get pocketed. Phoenix, yeah, you can do decent damage, but your ult will do absolutely nothing to them since they're so far in the air. Psylocke, yeah, good luck. You can do a little bit of poke from the ground, but that's about it. Punisher, yeah, he's very good. I still want his shotgun being nerfed, though. Scarlet Witch, yeah, she's pretty decent against them. Spider-Man, I mean, he'll have a feast day, depending on how good they are. And with 2 Ultron, oh my god, I just realized 2 Ultron drones instead of 1. It's going to be even a worse flying meta if they're ever meta again, which I think they will be next season. Imagine the flying meta from before, but getting double the healing output from Ultron. That's gonna be hell. Star-Lord, yeah, he can do pretty good damage. Squirrel Girl with her team up, yeah, but on her own, no. Squirrel Girls can't aim in total. Winter Soldier, he just got nerfed, but he can still ground them, so he's the decent option. Wolverine, yeah, good luck even touching them. Adam Warlock, he's good. Cloak and Dagger, yeah, good luck. I think your range even times out even trying to heal them. Gambit, yeah, no good luck. Like, you're only gonna hit maybe a third of your cards on them. Heal pool, same as DPS pool. Invis will actually be pretty good, but guess what? She's getting nerfed to the ground pretty much. Jeff, he can spray them, I guess. He won't be too good, but he'll be decent. Loki, good luck even trying to hit them or even trying to heal your teammates. I remember that whole struggle from the first flying meta. Luna would probably be meta in this season with the Snowflake and her aim. Mantis, good luck trying to fight off a flying meta with her delayed aim. Rocket, I mean, he'll be decent on the flying team. And White Fox, yeah, good luck with your delayed aim, slow aim against a flying meta. I would say, I'm not doing calculations, but I would say around 90% of the whole entire Marvel Rivals cast will be bad against a flying meta, if not have no reliance on their team, because nobody can deal with them. You'll be at bay against a flying meta. I would rather buff Poke right now, buff Hela, revert her damage change from fall off, just to avoid another flying meta with Torch and Storm. And even then, it wouldn't stop the flying meta, because back then, Hela was super strong. She didn't have that fall off like she did before. She was getting feasted on by the flying meta. And the flying meta, sure, they have less, objects to hide behind compared to like solid ground and certain maps, but they have just way more space to work with compared to any ground troop or character, whichever you want to use. And what I really worry about is the infighting. People aren't gonna like this because there's a thing called necessary evils in life. And Marvel Rivals, the necessary evil is Poke. There's not really another thing like that in Marvel Rivals. I know some people have their opinions about, oh, triple support, or oh, dive meta who can one-tap you without you having really any time to react to it, etc. And while yes, it is annoying to be two-tapped by a Hela, or to be sniped across the map, you still need aim to do that. You still need good aim. And once you get rid of that and nerf good aim, because I know they're easy if you do have good aim, but if you nerf them simply because their whole kit relies on good aim, and you leave it to be so the flying meta rises up and gets more nerfs, because Human Torch is getting another buff next season, they said, last patch notes. Storm may get more. Iron Man has gotten one last season, which is a pretty big one in my opinion. He's more of a Unibeam simulator man like before. I call him that since season 0 pretty much. I love the name. And with Angela joining the flying meta too, you're gonna have a horrible time. Let's say your team is running an Angela, Torch, a Storm, an Ultron, an Iron Man. That's 5 right there. Let's say a Luna, I don't know. You pretty much have 5 people in the air at all times. And if an Angela kidnaps, I know you probably need another tank for that, to be fully honest, but my point is, with the Angela that's kidnapping any ground troops, imagine a Magneto. If a person chooses Mag, they can't touch the flyers with his range. The Angela will swoop in, grab him, pull him in. Luna would probably freeze him, but that's not the point. But every single flyer would just converge on him. I mean, hell, Human Torch can throw 3 or 2 bursts on the ground, slam, and kill a squishy. Iron Man can just burst down, especially with Overdrive, a tank, in a matter of a few seconds. Storm can 2-tap or 3-tap most squishies in the game. They have very high damage, which people don't really know of unless they played throughout the flying meta. The flying meta was probably the worst meta we've ever gone through in Marvel Rivals. And I feel like, in wrapping up the video, I feel like we're heading in the exact same directions of the flying meta, because with all the buffs to flyers, with the nerfs to Poke, because there was a giant outrage of Poke. I don't think Poke has been meta for like 3 seasons now, I'll be fully honest. I think it's heavily talked about too much, kind of like triple support has been heavily overblown. I think Poke has been heavily overblown, because in the recent dev vision, the most recent one I mean, they said that Poke is actually not doing that very good right now. It's not super strong, so they're not going to give them any nerfs, which I agree with that. There's heavier and much more prominent problems in the game in terms of character strengths than actual Poke. The only one that slightly needs a nerf to her abilities, not to her base damage, is to Phoenix. I think Hela's actually strong, but in a good place right now. Widow you can't really touch without her being hard meta and being one shot, but the dev said that she's not doing good right now. The Poke is not doing really good right now. It is solid, but not like extraordinary like people were saying. And with the outrage, people are just highlighting a problem, because if you focus on one thing, you're going to see it more often. People are saying, oh, these Pokes are super strong. That means it must happen every single game. No, it does not. Poke is actually much more balanced and much more underpowered, I would say, compared to a lot of metas in the game. I think Dive is better than Poke right now. Brawl is better than Poke right now. Any meta you can really name except for a select few are probably better than Poke. And a lot of people share this sentiment with me right now. And if they continually nerf Poke and listen to the community, listen to the content creators speaking in their ears, you're gonna really have a lot of problems in this game, simply because Poke is no longer there to safeguard you from the flying meta. And just to quickly wrap it up right right now. The flying meta should not be in the game. Sure, can flyers be strong and viable? Yes, I think every character should be viable except for the ones that give off a horrible experience to the other team or to the player base. But with poke, if the devs listen to nerf poke again, or even if they keep poke the same and buff flyers, you will not like the result. I know there's some people who are lucky enough to not survive and live through the first flying meta, and I congratulate them. They didn't have to live through that, so let's not make another group of people live through the flying meta again. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video. See ya.